quickly. Does that blow you away, that sort of reaction?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, we opened up the session to the fans and supporters. When was it, late last week, and got a huge reaction today, and you can smell the sausage rolls and the sausage sizzle and that sort of thing going, and yeah, it's just a great atmosphere when you get that number of people coming out and supporting. It's really good.
You also sense the sort of buzz and excitement from your supporters about what you guys might be able to do this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think the way we've played over the last couple of years has brought a few more people on board, particularly the sort of younger generation as well. We've got still quite a young squad that I suppose those kids can relate to pretty well. So yeah, it's great to see plenty of faces out here, and hopefully we can keep them smiling throughout the rest of the season.
What's it like? I mean, it's probably a bit different for a guy like a new draftee and Ollie Lyons who rocked up, and this is just the support that the club's going. But you've seen it all the time.
Yeah.
What's it like for a guy like you?
Yeah, it's good. I suppose Kenny, prior to training, sort of said a few years ago we're down at the Alberton Hotel and the Alberton sort of train station trying to drag people to come to these open sessions sort of thing, but now it's people coming out off their own bat, and it's great for these young guys to be a part of it. And certainly the drive is still there from a few years ago for us, more senior players. When we weren't in a great spot as a footy club, we still lean back on that to drive us forward and continue the high standards that we've set the last 2 years.
Pretty long and intense session. Is that the normal program at this time of year?
Yeah, throughout January, we're usually out on the track sort of Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 2.5 to 3 hours. Thankfully, it hasn't been too hot so far at this stage of the year, but January's a really high, intense sort of month of the year. Throughout February, and when we start to get a little bit closer to the season starting and the NAB Cup, then training will pull back a little bit, but we'll still be going fairly hard. So.
It looks like there was no holding back as far as physically.
Nah, yeah, I think the way we've trained, I guess the expectation and the standard from Ken and the coaching staff and the leadership group is that we want to train the way we play. So if that means you have to go back with the flight of the ball and cop a hit like Jasper did out there from Butch, that's what we do. So yeah, we try and make it as game specific as possible.
So close last year, obviously. What are the things you've been working on this pre-season to take that a little next step?
Yeah, I think it's just really fine-tuning the game plan that we've instilled for the last 2 years. So we know that it can be really effective, and the results would prove that. So just need to tidy up a couple of areas. Probably the skills is one thing that we need to tidy up, and just getting the ball moving as fluently as possible and efficiently as possible. And obviously defence is a huge part of our game that we need to keep focusing on and keep improving on, so we'll continue to do that as well.
At the other end of the ground, Paddy Ryder looks already just makes things like that.
Yeah, he's already done some pretty exciting things. Just his athleticism around the grounds is amazing, and to see him and Matty Lobe compete and then come together on the same team and work together has been really exciting to watch, and just moves so smoothly across the ground. He's got great hands as well, so he's going to be a fantastic addition. But more importantly, I think he's just fit into the group so well, and all the guys clearly respect what he's done previously, and he's just brought a really strong work ethic here to the footy club, and I think he's already stated that he's as fit as he's been, so that can only hold him in good stead as well.
Do you feel like those two can be one of, if not the best, duo in the competition?
Certainly they've got the work ethic to become that. I think I reckon they'll really feed off each other. Matt Lobe's one of the most professional guys you'll see at a footy club. He works as hard as anyone at his craft of the ruck work duty, and Paddy's really feeding off that as well. So certainly they've got that flexibility to be able to go forward and take marks and kick goals too, which is very handy.
Is he different to Reed? I mean, as a midfielder, is he different to Reed because of that leap? He seems to just sort of float above the pack and
Paddy.
Is it different to Reed between like Paddy and
yeah, I guess Paddy probably relies a bit more on his athleticism, and so centre bounce he's got a clear advantage because he can just jump into his opponent. Lobes is probably a bit more physical around the ground, so but like I said, they'll work together to try and improve each other's game without a doubt. We've got some young guys coming through, Mitch Harvey, and we've added Dougal Howard and Billy Frampton this year as well. So they've got a couple of really great role models to work with as well.
How the draft these looking?
Yeah, obviously, Dougal's out there today. He's great, really smooth mover. He covers the ground really well. He's quite quick. A lot of the defenders have said he's got a good turn of pace, which is good, and he's really competitive, which is fantastic as well. I think a couple of the other guys had some little operations over the Christmas break. I think Billy had his calves release compartment. He might have compartment syndrome or something that he's just had released. So he'll be back out on the track within the next week or two. And I think Jesse had a little minor knee operation the other day as well, Jesse Palmer. So not ideal starts for those guys. And Logan had his shoulder done over the Christmas break as well. So kind of started on the back foot a little bit, those guys, but they're probably a little way off that being AFL ready anyway, so they've got plenty of time to develop, so they'll be fine.
How different is Ollie White? He looks like he's slimmed down a fair bit out there. How, you're right up close with him.
Yeah, I was just saying to him the other day that I think he's starting to realise how big he is. He's got 10, 15 kilos and some of these other midfielders, and he's starting to realise just how powerful and brutal he can be. So it's really exciting to see when he grabs the ball. He's not afraid to take us on at training. It's not great to be opposing him. I copped a couple of corkies from him last week, and he sent me off the track early. So we had a bit of a laugh about that, but I imagine that he'll take his game to another level, and he's the kind of kid that he won't rest on his laurels. He will just keep driving to get better and better.
One guy, sorry.
Butcher was having a go up defence early on, as well as obviously the forward line later on. Is that an option for him? Is that something the coaches are thinking about?
Yeah, I think being an AFL player these days, you just need to be quite versatile, flexible. So with Jacko going down, may not be right for round one. Hopefully he is, and I'm pretty certain he reckons he'll be okay. But you just need to fill holes from time to time, and Butcher's just learning his craft down back, and it might even help his forward play as well. He took a couple of really nice grabs up forward at training today, and he's moving really well. So positive signs for him early, but just need to add that little bit of flexibility to your game.
Would that be a way of getting his confidence back? Getting confidence in the back line to go forward?
Potentially. I think we all know Butcher's capable of playing some really good footy up forward, and we'd prefer for him to be able to improve in that area of the ground, and give some backup and support to Schultzy and Westy and Paddy if he's down there as well. So I think we'll just keep trying to improve him in that area of the ground while trying to develop his defence as well.
One guy that wasn't out there, Daniel Finn's obviously back home to some extent to leave. Do you know if any of the guys have been in touch with him or tried to gauge where he's at?
Look, I think Flinny's got some pretty personal issues that he just wants to get on top of first. I think a couple of the guys have tried to contact him, but he's kept his distance a little bit. So we'll just let him be for the next couple of weeks until he makes his decision, and then hopefully we can maintain friendships from there on.
Would you like to see him back?
Yeah, absolutely. Flinny, he certainly added a bit last year when he came to the group. He's a funny guy and got along with everyone exceptionally well, and just an incredibly raw talent as well. Some of the things he did out on the train track and playing for the Magpies throughout the year was unbelievable to see in his first year of football. So yeah, obviously we'd love to see him back, but like Kenny said a few weeks ago, footy's the most important of the least important things of life, I suppose, and he needs to get on top of his family and that sort of situation first, and that's his priority at the moment.
Just generally, we're not that far off from practice games, and the season rolls on pretty quickly from there. Do you get that sort of excitement building? 9 games are not that far away.
Probably not through January, to be honest. Yeah, we still feel as though the season's a million miles away at this stage, but certainly through the second part of February, and then early March rolls around, you get the NAB Cup and all that sort of stuff, and that's when the excitement starts to build a little bit. But we know there's plenty of hard yards to do between now and then, so just keep plugging away.
Those hard yards, have they been harder than last pre-season yet?
I think every year, every club says their pre-season's harder and harder and harder, and I don't know whether that's a mindset. I know probably the stats would say that they are getting a little bit harder, but it's not a significant jump. It's like you might add an extra couple of efforts of running, or the drill might go for 2 minutes longer than what it did last year. It's not significant, and you don't notice it a great deal. But this time of the year, every session's pretty hard, so you just get through it and try and improve.